Why exactly are these Archaea, and specifically the Asgard Archaea, so important? Well, first we need just a little bit of context, so everything makes sense. I need to briefly explain the bacteria and something known as Archaea. Now, when I went to school back in the days, every biological textbook usually linked bacteria and Archaea under the same umbrella. They were believed to be the same, and Archaea were just believed to be maybe a little bit more older and a little bit more primitive. But today we know that this seems to be completely incorrect, because while Archaea resemble bacteria, mostly because they're also single-celled and lack a nucleus, in reality they're way more complex and seem to be way more similar to complex eukaryotic cells, especially in the way they process energy. And one of the most exciting recent developments in the field of Archaea is centered on a group of Archaea referred to as Asgard, a phylum of Archaea discovered back in 2017. But why exactly are these Archaea, and specifically the Asgard Archaea, so important? Well, it's because their genome encodes many eukaryotic signature proteins, basically exactly the same stuff we have in our own bodies. And none of this usually exists in bacteria, but all of this exists in us. And so these complex cellular systems were previously thought to be only inside eukaryotes, yet these unusual Archaea contain them as well. In other words, Asgard Archaea show us that simple ancestors of complex life already had similar building blocks for complexity, despite being billions of years old. And so today we consider them to be the closest relatives to eukaryotes, and very likely that missing link that basically turned early prokaryotes or bacteria into more complex cells. With most of the genetic analysis today suggesting that eukaryotes very likely emerged within this Asgard lineage, and specifically inside a group known as Promethearchaeae.